live. It comes on, I come on every Wednesday. It's exclusively for my TikTok audience because you guys are absolutely hands down my favorite people. And every Wednesday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I usually have a guest. And not today. Today's a little bit different. But the show is all about non-traditional topics and out of the ordinary living. You learn a lot about yourself. You learn a lot of life hacks. And today I am going to be teaching you a meditation technique that if you love it, you can use it every single day and reap a lot of health benefits, healing benefits, all sorts of benefits, and I'll explain those. And it also enhances your manifestation game because we're always manifesting. That's a little piece of this puzzle that some people get confused. It's not just about manifesting what you want. You're manifesting all the freaking time, all the damn time. You are manifesting, you are creating your physical reality all the time. And if you don't feel well and you aren't focused on what you want, then that's what your energy is going to attract to. It's going to attach to things that you don't want. And this meditation technique I'm going to teach you today is something that can elevate your energetic vibration to match the things that you want and help you stop thinking about all the shit that you don't want, okay? And if this is your first time seeing me, welcome aboard. My name is Paula Swope. I'm also known as the Thought Snob. I just had a book, Thought Snob, the Modern Spiritual Playbook for a Better Life, launched back in August. And it's available on Amazon in 3 formats. And people really, really love the audio book. I'm the narrator because it's freaking funny. It's not your typical self-empowerment book. It's real talk. It's funny. I'd never in all my life read any self-help book that was funny, and this one is. And I thought it was really important to provide a little bit of humor as you're digging deep into trauma and emotional release, and you're working to forgive people that don't give a damn about being forgiven. You know, if you can laugh about some things, then it makes it not so hard. So if you don't have a copy, I would be honored if you would get one. And let me know what you think about it. It's got 5-star reviews. People love it. A lot of people are talking about it on social media. So, and just so you know, Thought Snob is a good thing. It doesn't mean that you're stuck up, okay? All right, so let me see who's in the room. Oh, thank you, Sacred Path Warrior, getting it now on Audible. Thank you. Let me tell you something about the audiobook. So I have a lot of personal stories in here, and all of them complement the teachings. And I wrote this book with my younger self in mind, okay? Because I had no money, no resources, no support, no nothing. And I was absolutely miserable. And, you know, a self-empowerment book changed my life. And so I wrote this one from the perspective of my younger self. And I give everybody every resource every ounce of support one needs to go on a self-empowerment journey and succeed. But what I was saying about the audiobook is there are 6 bonus stories in the audiobook that aren't available in the paperback or the Kindle. So just know that. All right. If you guys are ready to get started, let's do this thing. So this is Thought Snob Live. I'm Paula Swope. This is my weekly show exclusively for my TikTok followers because I like you all better than I do anybody else on any other platform. And this show is all about non-traditional topics and out of the ordinary ways of living. And usually I have a guest. But today I don't have a guest, and that's on purpose because I wanted to teach you a meditation that you can use daily if you love it. You have to experiment with a lot of different techniques before you find something that you really like. And the only way that you really reap the benefits of doing breath work and meditation and guided visualizations is if you do it every day. It's like exercise. I mean, it's the repetition and the cumulative effects that change your life, okay? And I thought this was a really good time to teach you this technique because it's freaking December. December's a big month. It's like bam, 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 bam. You know, everything's going on. We're approaching the new year. And this is, consider what I'm about to teach you almost like a protective shield, okay? Because you got to protect your energy. You've got to. That's all there is to it. All right, so please keep tapping that screen as I'm talking. So since today is a different format than usual, I don't have a guest, and so we're not going to be having a conversation here for a few minutes. I'm getting ready to teach you a meditation technique. Now, don't worry about getting this right. Just go along with me, sit back, relax. I'm going to instruct you through the whole thing. There's going to be a lot of quiet time, a lot of silence. And then I'm going to put this on my YouTube channel. All that, you can find me in my link tree. All my links are my link tree here in my profile. But I'm going to put this on my YouTube channel, and that way you've got the instructional video and you can play it again if you need to. And I'd say you probably will, because this is a long meditation with a lot of steps. We're going to do some guided visualization. We're going to do a protective shield, and we're going to do some breath work. So I'm going to kick off by letting you know, before I jump into teaching you this, although I have been on my self-empowerment journey for about 20 years now, I learned something new just 3 years ago. When I was a student at the Chopra Center, I trained under Deepak Chopra to be a life coach. And I have 3 certifications from the Chopra Center. So I'm not just some yahoo here talking. I'm actually credentialed, certified, and all that. So when I was a student there and I was training under Deepak to be a life coach, our curriculum was focused on finding our inner wisdom and how to access it. And going into the program, I didn't anticipate the coaching style, because it's designed to tap into our inner wisdom. And I never really thought about it that way before. We all have inner wisdom, but we aren't taught how to access it. So today, I'll walk you through a process you can use daily to get correct answers. When we fall into the trap of asking other people for advice, we don't get the right answers. Nobody, no one knows you better than you, okay? And your inner wisdom gets muffled by employers, family, friends, good God, the media, just society in general, just drowns out that inner wisdom. And what I'm about to teach you is a blended technique that combines self-reflection, breath work, and visualization. And those 3 components create a powerful meditation practice, okay? Now, before we get started, you may want to grab something to journal with. You don't have to. Again, I'm going to be posting this on my YouTube channel, so you can always go back through this whole thing again. But if you want to journal, because you're going to be doing some self-reflection, you might want to grab something to write some answers down after you get done with the meditation, okay? And you'll understand that here shortly, all right? And so, sorry, I got interrupted by someone there. Another thing you need to do is we're going to be doing some breath work. You might want to blow your nose, okay? Because we're going to be doing breath work, and if your nasal passages aren't clear, then you won't enjoy it as much, and you won't reap as many benefits. So after you do those 2 things, sit back, relax. I'm going to guide you through the process. You don't have to do anything. And as we go along, don't worry if you're doing the breathing exercises correctly. Just roll with it. Experiment with it. It takes some practice. And again, you're going to have this video to refer back to when you need it. So you don't have to think about anything during this workshop. I really just want you to take it in, go with the flow, set no expectations whatsoever, all right? Now I'm going to ask you throughout this meditation to silently repeat some questions to yourself. Now, listen very close here. If you don't practice self-reflection exercises like daily, you'll get some really crazy ego-based answers. Pay no attention to those whatsoever. When an answer is intuitive, it'll be there for you after your meditation practice. And you may not get any answers at all, and that's all right too. Just don't set any expectations, all right? Let's just see what comes up. So what I want you to do is get into a comfortable position. I know a lot of people think that for meditation to be effective, that you got to sit a certain way, and you don't. Just get into a comfortable position. That's what's most important, all right? And when you're situated, I got to spit my gum out. When you're situated and you're in a place where you feel safe closing your eyes, gently close your eyes. Now, if you don't want to close your eyes, you don't have to. A soft gaze towards the floor is just fine. The reason that we close our eyes during meditation is just kind of signaling our body that we're stepping out of activity and into silence. All right. So everybody get comfortable. Close your eyes. And just take a moment to connect with your breath. Just breathe normally. Just focus on your breathing. If thoughts start to crowd your mind, gently shift your focus back to your breath. Never try and force those thoughts out. Just let them come and go. Continue to breathe and connect with the silence for a moment. And as you breathe in and out, feel your body start to relax. Drop your shoulders. Loosen your jaw. And silently repeat to yourself, I am letting go of anything that does not serve me in this moment. I am letting go of anything that does not serve me in this moment. Right now, I am safe and I am very loved. I'm in a state of letting go of things that do not serve me well. Now we're going to move into some breath work. Breathe in deeply through your nose. You'll hold at the top and then forcefully exhale through your mouth, just like this. Inhale through your nose. Hold at the top and then blow it out. Let's do that again. Inhale deeply through your nose. Hold at the top and exhale forcefully through your mouth. Do a couple of more rounds of that breathing on your own. Inhale, hold, and then out. Do that a few more times. Just keep breathing like that. Inhale. Hold at the top. And on your next breath, I want you to return to your normal breath. And take a moment and just breathe the way that your body needs to. If you need more oxygen, take deeper inhales. Just feel into your body and let it lead the way. Just breathe normally for a moment. And think silently to yourself. I am turning on my parasympathetic nervous system. I am calm, so I am more open to receiving divine wisdom. Breathe normally. And once again, think silently to yourself. I am turning on my parasympathetic nervous system. I am calm, so I am more open to receiving divine wisdom. Now we're about to slow down our breathing significantly. When you're ready, and on your next breath, take a slow, deep inhale through your nose. Then exhale as slowly as you can through your mouth, like you're blowing the air out through a straw. So you're going to deep inhale through your nose, take in as much air as you can, as slowly as you can. Then exhale as slowly as you can. Big, deep, slow inhale through your nose. Then exhale as slowly as you can through your mouth. Now go at a pace that feels comfortable, but your goal is to take in as much air as you can on the inhale, breathing through your nose, and then let it out as slowly as possible through your mouth. This is a very, very powerful breathing technique. So let's do it together. Inhale deeply through our nose, take in as much air as slowly as you can. Then exhale as slowly as you can. Let's do a few more rounds of this breathing. Go at your own pace. Inhale as slowly and deeply as you can through your nose. Exhale as slowly as you can through your mouth. Let's keep going. Let's do one more round of this breathing, and then we'll return to our normal breath, okay? One more round. Make the most of it. Slowly and as deeply as you can, inhale through your nose. Then exhale as slowly as you can through your mouth. Good job. Now let's return to our normal breath. Breathe normally for a moment. Now on this next breathing technique, I want you to imagine that your belly is filling up like a balloon on your inhales and then deflating on the exhales. Put your right hand on your belly so you can feel it moving in and out. Put your left hand on your chest, okay? Now when you inhale, blow up your belly. Feel your belly come right out into your hands, and then on the exhale, and you can exhale through your nose or through your mouth, whatever feels most comfortable. But on that exhale, the belly's going to deflate, and you're going to feel it coming back in, okay? So, inhale, belly's going to come out into your hands. Exhale, going back in. Don't break the rhythm. Let's keep going. Inhale, belly out. Exhale, belly in. Inhale, belly out. Exhale, belly in. I want you to continue with this breathing. Try and not break the rhythm. Do one more round of this breathing, and then we'll continue with our normal breathing, okay? Inhale, belly comes out into your right hand. Exhale, belly deflates, goes back in. Now, go back to your normal breathing. Now I want you to silently repeat this question to yourself. God, what's your plan for me today? What's your plan for me? Just continue breathing normally. Repeat that question to yourself a couple of times. God, what's your plan for me today? What am I supposed to be doing? Now, release that question and any answers that may have shown up. And just continue to breathe normally for a moment. We're about to do another round of breathing, and it's faster and more audible. And what you're going to do is you're going to take 2 quick, deep inhales. You're going to do that through your nose. 2 quick, deep inhales through your nose. And then audibly exhale through your mouth. It should sound like this. This really gets the energy flowing. So when you're ready, start that breathing. Let's do it. Go a few rounds and try to not break the rhythm. Do that a couple more times. And when you're ready, return to your normal breath. Right now, breathe however your body needs to breathe. The breathing technique you just did is very powerful. It really gets the energy flowing. If your energy's been stagnant, it's going to get it moving. Now, as you just relax and breathe normally without any pressure to do anything, I'm going to ask you a series of questions that I want you to repeat silently to yourself, okay? Ask yourself these questions without any expectations whatsoever. What do I need to let go of? What do I need to let go of? What do I need to say yes to? What do I need to say yes to? When do I feel my best? When do I feel my best? When do I feel my worst? When do I feel my worst? What would I be doing if I had all of the money and time in the world? What would I be doing if I had all the time and the money in the world? Continue to breathe normally and release those questions and any answers that may have surfaced. And as you breathe normally, you just rest in being, no pressure to do anything. No other place in the world you're supposed to be right now than right here with me. Just continue to breathe normally. And we're going to move into doing a guided visualization that is like a protective shield. I want you to imagine that a bright gold ball of sparkling energy is hovering over the crown of your head. Get a clear vision of that gold sparkling ball hovering over the crown of your head. And think about how it's there to wash away any bad energy, that might be lingering in your unconscious or subconscious mind. See that gold ball of sparkling light hovering right over the crown of your head, and think about how it's there to wash away any bad energy that's lingering in your unconscious and subconscious mind. And it's also there to cleanse your entire physiology and remove abundance blocks formed by unreleased stress. You're releasing so much stress right now. Now envision the gold ball slowly seep into your body through your crown chakra, which just right there at the top of your head. Watch the bright, sparkling gold ball turn into a thick liquid, slowly moving downward, down your face, covering your ears. And sit with that vision for a moment. Watch that gold, bright, sparkling, thick liquid move from the crown of your head, down your forehead, to your ears, down your face. Now see it move into your neck and your shoulders, which is where we hold a lot of stress. And watch it just infiltrate that whole area from the top of your head, down your face, to your neck, and to your shoulders. And continue to breathe normally. Now see it creep slowly down your arms. Watch it cover your arms, your elbows, all the way down into your wrist, and right to the tip of your fingers. Watch it move into your chest area and watch it cover your entire heart space and see it sparkle and swirl around in that area. And think about how it's clearing out any bad energy that you may have lingering there in your heart space. And just think to yourself how you're letting all of that go. Just let go of the pain or the hurt, anything you may be harboring there in your heart space. Now imagine this gold, sparkling, thick liquid is moving downward into your internal organs, swirling around your abdomen and pelvic area, and on down through your hips. Watch it slowly move from your heart space down into your internal organs. Watch it swirl around your abdomen and pelvic area, right on down through your hips. And silently repeat to yourself, I am clearing out bad energy. I am clearing out bad energy. I release the need to hang on to anything that blocks me from what I want. I release the need to hang on to anything that blocks me from what I want. And silently repeat to yourself, I am wealthy. I am perfect health. I am wealthy. I am perfect health. Now get a clear view of this bright, sparkling gold liquid covering your body from the top of your head all the way down to your hips. Watch it sparkle and swirl all over. And think about how you're creating good health and healing in this present moment. Now imagine the gold liquid slowly moving down your legs. Watch it cover every area of your legs. And then see it slowly move into your ankles. And reach the tip of your toes. Now sit with that vision for a moment as you just breathe normally and relax. See yourself immersed in this bright, sparkling gold ball of energy that's there to protect you. And think silently to yourself, I am so grateful to have access to a divine energy that protects me. I am so grateful to have access to a divine energy that protects me. No one can steal this from me unless I allow it. No one can steal this from me unless I allow it. Now I want you to take 2 to 3 deeper than normal breaths and prepare to come back to our life. And when you're ready, gently open your eyes. Okay, everybody, for those of you who just joined, and Rebecca Lyons, I don't know if you're still in the room. Let me know if you're there. You can join me the last few minutes if you like. So what we just did, for those of you who just joined, I just taught a meditation technique, and that meditation technique combined breathwork, guided visualization, and the whole point was to give you a protective shield to protect your energy, activate your parasympathetic nervous system, elevate your energetic vibration, and help you move a little further along in your conscious creation efforts, okay? Now, if, let's see, I've been watching you for a long time, love your advice, it's helped me through many things. Thank you for letting me know that. Thank you so much, and thank you for being here. So for those of you who were able to follow along, I will post this on my YouTube channel, and you can replay it until you get the hang of doing it on your own. For those of you who just joined, you can use that video too. You can look it up on YouTube. Everything, all my links are in my link tree on my profile here on TikTok. I'm easy to find. My name is Paula Swope. For those of you who don't know me, this has been a different Thought Snob Live. Thought Snob Live is a weekly show that comes on every Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I usually have guests, and we just have raw, unscripted conversations about non-traditional topics and out of the ordinary ways of living. But today, I don't have any guests, and that's on purpose because I wanted to teach you this meditation technique. And it hasn't been our typical show because we haven't had a conversation yet. I've been doing all the teaching. So we've got about 20 minutes left with our time here together, and I'm happy to answer any questions that you may have. For those of you that just followed along with the meditation, if you have any questions about it, I'm here to answer any questions you may have. And until I get some Oh, thank you, Steph's Journey. I appreciate you for being here. I appreciate it a lot. So I'm going to give you a little insight into some of the benefits that the meditation practice that I just taught you will provide in your life. If you I can't stress this enough. Meditation provides so many benefits, life-changing benefits. It's changed my life in so many ways. Oh, thank you, Phoenix. That was amazing. You must have followed along. If you have any questions, let me know. But meditation, actually, what I just taught you, a meditation like that, the benefits go way beyond anything spiritual, really. Like, there are a lot of physical benefits, and some people don't realize this. And I'm embarrassed to say how little that I knew about my anatomy when I started studying with Deepak Chopra at the Chopra Center. I honestly had never heard about the vagus nerve. You guys know what the vagus nerve is, because we just activated our vagus nerve with doing that technique I just taught you. Activating your vagus nerve is the one thing that you need to be doing every single freaking day of your life without fail. You will, it's the key to longevity. It is the absolute key to longevity, and I'm going to tell you why. Tell me if you know what the vagus nerve is, tell me in the comments. And please keep liking the live so TikTok will push this out. Stephanie, I feel like when I meditate, I feel like falling asleep sometimes, but I really do try. You know, that's a really good question. Falling asleep during meditation is okay sometimes, but if you fall asleep every single time, you need to switch up your game, because you're not reaping the benefits of meditation. Okay? Meditation, sleep, two totally different things. You don't have to sit a certain way when you meditate. You just want to be comfortable. Like, that's the main thing. If you lie down, your body will your body associates that with sleep. So depending on how you're like physically positioned, that might be why you're doing that. Or you might be doing a meditation practice that you don't like. You know, you got to find a meditation practice that you like. And that's why I create so many different ones, because it took me, I don't know, a couple of dozen meditation techniques, maybe more, before I landed on a technique that was right for me. It has to be right for you or you won't do it. It's like exercise. If you are doing an exercise every day that you hate, you're not going to continue to do it. So I was talking about the vagus nerve, and then I answered a couple of questions about meditation. So I'll get back to that. The technique I just taught you, we activated our vagus nerve. Activating your vagus nerve is the most important thing that you need to be doing every single day of your life. And I'm going to tell you why. Most of us, and I did this for years, I'm talking the first 4 decades of my life. I was a lot better. I'm 47. I was a lot better in my, mid 30s to the age of 40, not staying in fight, flight, freeze. But the first few decades of my life, and the majority of the population does this, their sympathetic nervous system is turned on 24 hours a day. Now, what that does, that's your fight, flight, freeze response. What that does is you accumulate stress. And stress, when it accumulates, turns into inflammation in the physiology. When inflammation isn't released, that turns into physical sickness, okay? All sorts of freaking problems. And if you want to be successful with conscious creation, I prefer that term over manifestation. I feel like social media has made manifestation into something trendy and gimmicky, and it's not. It's timeless classic work. It works. It's real. But you have to prepare your physiology to consciously create what you want. Because when you get right down to it, you drill right down to the core of conscious creation. It's about feeling good. You attract what you are. So if you don't feel good, then you feel bad. And that means you're going to match to things that are bad that you don't want. But if you feel good, you just naturally attract the good stuff. Meditation will get you there. The technique I just taught you will help you to release stress when you are in fight, flight, freeze mode. I mean, everybody's gonna their sympathetic nervous system's gonna turn on every once in a while. Even someone like me, when I meditate twice a day, I do so many things to release that, to release stress. I'm not under as much stress anymore, but still, there are situations, whether I'm in scary driving conditions or something, just something that, stresses me out. Acute stress, okay. Chronic stress, not okay. That's why you need to be activating your vagus nerve. And again, never knew anything about the vagus nerve until I started studying with Deepak Chopra. The vagus nerve is the most important part of our parasympathetic nervous system, okay? We need to be turning that parasympathetic nervous system on every single day. It needs to be on more than the sympathetic nervous system. That's what produces excellent health, okay? If you don't know what the vagus nerve is, it's the longest cranial nerve in our body, and it's often referred to as the healing nerve due to its role in regulating our involuntary functions, including our subconscious mind, all right? Our subconscious is where our memories, karmic imprints, and desires reside, shaping our interpretations of the world, okay? Understanding the vagus nerve's function will deepen your self-awareness and enhance your ability to relax and heal. You need to be doing something daily to stimulate that vagus nerve, and there are many ways to do that. The technique I just taught you will help you do that. I have many exercises in my book that will help you stimulate your vagus nerve. Snob, the modern spiritual playbook for a better life. You can get it on Amazon. It's available in 3 formats. Everybody loves this book. Anybody that's read it loves it. Really, seriously. It's not your typical self-empowerment book. I also have a podcast, the Snob podcast. It debuted in June of this year. There are so many episodes that are dedicated to helping you improve your overall health and well-being. And those teachings that I do and those conversations with experts from all walks of life, most of them are heavily focused on helping you reduce inflammation in your body, because that is the key to longevity. Well, how do you reduce inflammation in your body? You activate your vagus nerve. You turn on your parasympathetic nervous system. What we just did accomplished that. Okay? So, are y'all sick of hearing me run my mouth? We still have some more time for questions if you'd like for me to answer some questions. And as soon as, for those who have just joined, as soon as TikTok makes this video available, I will get it on my YouTube channel, so you'll have it and you can go back and review the technique and just use that video with me guiding it until you feel comfortable doing it on your own. If you like the technique I just taught, if you love the technique I just taught, do it every single day. You don't have to spend a certain amount of time in meditation. A little bit is better than nothing. A technique like that, it's best not to rush through it. Best practice is 30 minutes in the morning, 30 minutes in the evening. That's a lot, I know. I recommend doing what you can. And with the technique I just taught you, I would spend at least 15 minutes in it if you can. You can spend more time with the breath work that we did, or you can spend more time with the visualization. But a best practice is to do 10 to 12 minutes of the breath work daily. And I'll give you a little tip. The most important time of the day for successful conscious creation, if you're wanting to manifest something, it's the last few minutes before you go to sleep. That is the most powerful manifestation time of the day. Before you go to sleep, think about what you want. Thank you, Phoenix. Thank you. Steph's Journey. Thank you. Thank you. Last few minutes before you go to sleep, think about what you want. Do some breath work. Whatever you do, do not spend the last few minutes, thank you, Kira. Do not spend the last few minutes before you go to sleep thinking about anything that you don't want. That is incredibly damaging, because at night when you're sleeping, that's your rest and digest time. You digest your emotions, okay? You process your emotions, you heal, you replenish. If you go to sleep worried, fearful, pissed off, whatever it may be, that's not good, especially if you do that consistently. Every once in a while, you can get by with it. But if you're doing that every single night, you're not going to get by with it. It's going to start showing up in your physical reality. I have lived this. I know what I'm talking about. I used to go to sleep every single night envisioning how I could physically harm all of these people that I hated. And I would wake up every single day with a lump in my throat, that icky feeling in my stomach, and I was in fight, flight, freeze the moment that my feet hit the floor. And then my day was a complete shit show. It was one thing after another that I didn't want, and that includes people, places, things, experiences, the whole nine, all right? When I started shifting my focus at nighttime before I went to bed, and there were many times I had to force myself to do it. I don't ever recommend that you force yourself to feel a certain way at all. Just do what you can to let go of those negative feelings at nighttime before you go to sleep. Breath work is a great way to do that. And the technique that I just taught you, you can use that. You can use that before you go to sleep. It's a game changer. It's an absolute game changer. Think about it this way. You can only think one thought at a time. I know that may not seem, that might not seem like it's the way it is, but it is. You can only think one thought at a time. If you're using your breath, you can use your breath to change your mind, okay? You can use your breath to change your mind. If you're in bed at night and you're worried and you're fearful or you're angry or whatever at something, go to your breath and just focus on your breathing. If you're focusing on your breathing, then you are going to have difficulty thinking any other thoughts. Focus on your breathing, do some breath work. You're going to turn on your parasympathetic nervous system. You're going to calm down. You will calm down. Give that a try, especially if you feel blocked, if you've been working to bring something into your life and it's just not showing up. It's a great practice. Great practice. It can unblock you because the breath work gets the energy flowing. And at nighttime, that's ideal. Okay? Any other questions? I appreciate all of you being here. I'll get this video on YouTube as soon as possible. So if no one has any other questions, I will call it a day. If you use the technique that I taught, I would love it if you let me know how it goes for you, if you like it, if you have any questions. I'm easy to find. All of my information is in my link tree here on my profile. You can also visit paulaswope.com. That's my website. I also have, and of course that link is in my bio too. If you want to email me, Paula at paulaswope.com. Of course, my email is on my website. I'm easy to find. If you want to email me and give me some feedback about the technique, if you try it, use it for a few days. If you have any questions, email me. I'll answer those. I'd love to hear from you. And I've got thoughtsnob.com, but that's dedicated just to my book, Thought Snob, The Modern Spiritual Playbook for a Better Life. It's available on Amazon in 3 formats. Everybody loves the audiobook because it's funny, because I narrate it. But if you like to journal, the paperback is probably the best bet. A lot of people get the audiobook and the paperback so they can follow along with the journal prompts. So that's all I have for today. Next Wednesday, I will be back at the same time, same place, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I will have a guest. I will have a guest next week. So I'll put all that information on my TikTok profile too. Okay.
The Thought Snob podcast with Paula Swope has been brought to you by Thought Snob Media in association with Special Purpose Studios. All production, mixing, and sound engineering by me, Will Swope. We hope you've enjoyed this podcast. Please take a few seconds to give us 5 stars and leave a review. See you on the next Thought Snob podcast with Paula Swope.